Hey guys, so here we go. Apple has released yet another beta for iOS 26. Today releasing iOS 26 Developer Beta 8. Now I feel like the betas this year have gone by so quickly. We're already sitting in beta 8. The RC could be right around the corner as well as the release date. We'll talk about the official release date, the expected release for the RC, as iOS 26 Developer Beta 8 could very well be the final beta before the RC and final release. Again, we'll talk about that here shortly, but I do want to talk about the current build number as we head on over into the About section here under iOS version. I want you to take a look at the build number right there. Now you see there that towards the end of that build number, the letter A. Now typically, when we see the letter A towards the end of the build number, that typically means that Apple will soon send out the RC for the software, the release candidate. So again, we'll talk about that here shortly. Now, I typically like to compare the previous beta versus the current beta. So we have beta 7 running on this iPhone here on the left, and beta 8 running on this iPhone here on the right. Obviously, we're going to take a look at some of the key differences between the two. But aside from iOS 26 Developer Beta 8, Apple also released the 8th beta for all the other platforms, so iPadOS, macOS, tvOS, HomeOS, visionOS, and of course watchOS Beta 8, all available as of today. So let's go ahead and dive right into this one and show you what's new within the latest iOS 26 Developer Beta 8. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the speed of the animations between Beta 7 and Beta 8. I feel like Apple has once again made animations slightly faster. Now, not by much, perhaps a split second faster. Maybe this is just a placebo effect, but I will let you be the judge. When it comes to launching applications, I want you to take a look here. Let's launch the Apple Music app. I feel like Beta 8 just launches the app slightly faster. Let's do the phone application here. You see that? So about a split second faster in Beta 8, as you can see right here. In my opinion, I think Beta 8, once again, making animations slightly faster within the latest beta. Now that also translates over to the control center, the app switcher, and things like that. Things feel like they're, popping into place ever so slightly faster. So let me know in those comments down below if you're running the latest beta. Have you noticed a split second faster in terms of animation, and even the bounciness of the OS just feels a little more bouncy, right? So when you go into the control center and things like that, it just feels a little bit smoother. Not by much, but maybe it's just a placebo effect. I feel like iOS 26 Developer Beta 8 actually launches apps slightly faster. Now, next I want to talk about charging. Although Apple has not officially announced this, iOS 26 does enable Qi 2.2 support for iPhone 16 models, all iPhone 16 models except the iPhone 16e. So basically what this means is that you can now charge your iPhone 16 even faster with wireless charging 25 watts with Qi 2.2 now supported on iPhone 16. Now previously this was only exclusive to Apple's MagSafe, but now Apple has extended support for third-party wireless chargers to support 25 watts of wireless fast charging on iPhone 16 models, again excluding the iPhone 16e. So yeah, once Apple makes the official announcement, I'll obviously post this for you guys, but it is now baked into iOS 26, and you can now charge faster with third-party accessories thanks to this new software update. Now, I also want to talk about Liquid Glass and the final design of Liquid Glass within the latest Beta 8. Now, keep in mind, this could very well be the final design for Liquid Glass moving forward, as I feel like the Liquid Glass has not changed from Beta 7 to Beta 8. So let's jump into the game application here and take a look at some of the key Liquid Glass elements here within the menus. You see there, Liquid Glass not changing much here from Beta 7 to Beta 8, which means Apple will most likely retain this Liquid Glass form throughout the final release of iOS 26, as we anticipate the final release here shortly. Now, keep in mind that iOS 26 RC will most likely be released soon with some minor touches to the OS. For example, if we go into display and brightness, just minor things here. You see there, we still have the iOS 18 wallpaper. Things like this just need to be adjusted to reflect iOS 26. Minor changes to the OS. Don't expect any major overhauls to iOS 26 at this point. This could very well be the final form of the new design for Liquid Glass, animations, and things like that. I would be highly surprised if Apple was to change anything before the RC. So let's talk about the release date for iOS 26 RC. Now, some years Apple has gone an entire week with no betas or RCs, and then we get the RC, then the official release. So if that was to be the case, it looks like this week on the 25th, we get the public beta and developer beta. The first week of September, the September the 1st. So this week, no betas at all. And then it is rumored that Apple will be holding the iPhone 17 event on Tuesday, September the 9th. During that event or after that event, Apple could release iOS 26 RC with some final changes according to the new iPhone features and things like that. Perhaps minor changes to wallpapers, adding new elements and things like that, but no drastic new features and changes happening here. Keep in mind, iPhone 17 is rumored to be announced on September the 9th. So if Apple does go with 1 week with no betas, it means the week of September the 1st, nothing happens unless any critical bugs come about. Then we get the RC most likely again on September the 9th during or after the iPhone 17 event. By the way, invitations will most likely be available this week on the week of the 25th. So we'll know for sure if Apple will be holding an event here soon on September the 9th. That is rumor. So keep in mind that iOS 26 will most likely become available here shortly to the general public. RC again, most likely September the 9th. Official release, I've been saying September the 15th, but I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you for watching. This is the latest happening with iOS 26. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.